We got 1, 2, 3, 4 different brands, different knives we're going to be going over today. We have a brand making a debut, actually two of them making a debut in the channel. Penrose knives and Fidgimoto, which makes fidget toys, everyday fidget gear. So we'll check that out in the video. We have a Kumbu knife, new model we're going to be checking out as well. But let's go ahead and go in that order. Links to all these down below so you guys can check them out. Prices, availability, and variants. But if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and check it out. Designed with love in Switzerland. Penrose knives. Again, this one came to the scene here recently and has been taking the EDC community by storm. It is manufactured by Kumbu in China. That's good to know. Kumbu OEM's really good knives. So let's go ahead and get in here. We have a wiping cloth with the branding right there. Looks nice. And this model is called the Otarida. Otarida, right? Otarida. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Kind of reminds me of an otter. We have kind of like seals on the outside with the suits on. So let's see. Man, right off the bat, it is looking sexy, guys. Look at this thing. Holy smokes, this model, hold on a second. This model is looking fire. Hold on. I've seen some pictures, but now that I'm seeing it in person, holy macaroni, does this look good. So we have the pivot right there. Love the triangle symbol. That looks very nice. And then we have kind of like circles that are rippling throughout the entire handle as milling, right? Kind of like a micro milling ripple effect there. That looks nice. Also on both sides, we have a deep pocket carry clip. It should also be titanium. Hold on a second. It sure is. We even have the little tab right here to protect the contact from the pocket clip and the milling on the titanium there. That's crazy. Then we have an opening hole and we have a back flipper here for the deployment options. It is going to be a frame lock and we have a cutout here. Stress relief on the outside. If you're ready, I'm ready. Bam. Let's go ahead and send it. M390 blade. I'll go ahead and set it down for you guys here so you can take pictures. You guys like to take a closer look. M390 steel drop point blade. Beautiful. Flat grind with a nice little stone wash to go along with it. Looks nice. Also a little bit of a switch there at the top. Okay, sign me up, guys. This is actually looking really, really good. So nice blade there for sure with a pokey tip. And then we have the frame lock here. Nice and easy to disengage. Okay, that actually feels pretty good. Not a ton of access or cutout from the show side, but it's actually spread out enough. You can push down to the left and easily disengage. So that gets it done. And we have a contact there with a steel insert for steel on steel contact, better for longevity. We're looking at what, maybe 20-ish, 20-25% or so engagement. So that's pretty solid out of the box. Obviously, you're going to break it in more and more over time. Checking out the drop shot action. Okay, that is actually pretty drop shotty if you ask me. Holy smokes, guys. Check that out. Okay. Okay, I am sold. I am already sold. Thumb deployment feels good too. Obviously you have a pretty good opening hole there, right? Nice and wide, able to get at it, whatever angle you throw at it. Obviously, don't put pressure on the lock bar and you should be okay. That's frame locks 101, really. And then the back flipper. Oh, come on now. Back flipper is solid. We're going to be on ball bearings, of course, so the action is sweet and smooth. All right, we even have good jimping on the back flipper there, so that helps quite a bit. Light switching it obviously works nice. If you push button it, okay, you might fail it, right? So if you don't really try, you know, that's just me purposefully trying to fail it. But as long as you put any amount of effort on it, you should be pretty good. Oh, come on now. So very nice. Love the acoustics. Take a listen. Very, very nice drop shot action. Smack in the middle alignment, looking good. Titanium back spacer with some crown jimping on it. Got no pull of any kind. Even, yeah, we do have some pull here on the pivot. But this hardware here, I'm getting no pull on the screws. So that's nice. Now this one's looking like money right there. Now we have this other one. It says black titanium with M390. So this one should be a blacked out one. Again, very nice. Large wiping cloth here with the branding, and then this one is the black tie version. Let's take a look. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, come on, sign me up. It's not like the darkest black out there. It's kind of like a dark gray, if you ask me, and it kind of has a little bit of a worn finish to it, which I like. So that's looking good. Again, the micro milling just makes this one look so good. I don't know if we did a close look on the first one, but just kind of showing them here with the 5x zoom. That is a beautiful micro milling, without a doubt. I mean, come on. You know, you guys know I'm a sucker for, first of all, monochromatic knives, and second of all, for some good micro milling on a handle. Absolutely. Sign me up. So Oh yeah, come on. We have, I want to say the blade itself is the same. We're getting that beautiful stone wash M390 steel. And it's actually a pretty solid geometry. So you have some good belly there for tabletop cutting, slicing and dicing. You should be pretty good. So everybody loves a good drop point blade for EDC. Drop shot action on this other model, pretty solid. Very, very smooth. If you give it a little bit of a shake, yeah, you're good to go. That feels so nice. All right, let's check the ergos really quick. Since we didn't do it with the first model, able to get a full purchase here, full 4-finger grip on the handle. That feels nice. And of course, I know you guys saw this from a mile away. Finger choil to be able to forward choke. That feels nice. Good amount of jimping there, solid. All right, it's kind of like the very close together kind of jimping. That feels very good for grip and control of the cut. That's solid. And pocket clip is actually curved up, kind of goes along with the handle. If I squeeze really hard, obviously, you know, I feel the pocket clip there, but it's still pretty comfortable for what it is. And I'm going to go with a solid 8.5. Yeah, solid 8.5 out of 10. That's pretty good in my book. Definitely got the ergonomics department all checked out. And the forward choke option absolutely, you know, really crowns it as a very solid knife for everyday carry, right? Especially if you like finger choils. It's also a good plunge grind situation, so you will be able, like, look at the plunge grind. It's actually way back here where my nail is. You'll be able to sharpen this one for days. You should not be developing a smile anytime soon. And we do have milling on the inside for weight reduction, right? So that's going to help a lot with the weight. Not that it feels heavy in any way, shape, or form. This is pretty good. I mean, it feels like a premium knife, solid premium knife, and it's got a good weight feel to it, no doubt. I'm going to put them side by side here. I mean, you can't sit there and tell me that is not a heck of a good looking knife right there. What a beautiful design. I'm actually excited for this brand because I think they're cooking a Warncliffe sheep's foot model coming up in the near future, so I'm excited for that. This one's already right off the bat looking great. I think this is their first model ever, I think so far, the one listed on their website. And you'll see this in the description and pinned comments. I do have a discount code, MiguelEDC. I think it gives you a little bit more than 10%. Last time I checked it, it gave 13%. It's kind of an odd number, but hey, anything more than 10%, I'll take it any day of the week. So code MiguelEDC for at least 10% off, if not more. So again, all details in the pinned comment and description if you're interested. Let's go ahead and check out the next one here, and we'll have this one do the honors. This one is from Kumbu Knives. Let's take a look. We haven't checked out a Kumbu knife in a while, but they're doing some amazing stuff over there. Absolutely love me Kumbu knives. You've seen the Kunwu Chad here quite a lot in the channel. One of my size comparison knives, one of my all-time favorites, the kind of geometry that I really like and enjoy. And they do the diamond milling on their titanium knives. Really, really good. The model on this one's going to be the TAO III. There's a third iteration of the TAO, I guess. And we have the magnetic box here. Very nice premium unboxing experience. Good looking box. We have the Kumbu little pouch right here. Very iconic. Older models come with this nice little baggie here. I mean, it's got beads on each end, right? Nice finish. Good feel to it. We got a wiping cloth. We have some additional Kumbu stickers and some paperwork. And we have a wire pocket clip out of the box, so you could replace either the standard clip that it comes with, or you could swap in a wire clip, whatever rocks your boat, right? They give you the option, so that's nice. Not a lot of companies include a secondary pocket clip option, so kudos to Kumbu right there for doing that, as well as an additional hardware, screw, and of course here is the knife. Right, here we go. Let's go ahead and make some room. All right. What is the TAO III all about? Holy macaroni. For starters, right, the first thing I notice here is we have the what they call orange peel. Right, kind of looks like the texture of an orange. This is orange peel, titanium milling going on throughout. It actually looks very uniform, and it just looks good all throughout the handle here. I don't want it to blend with the background as much. The camera's like, wait a second. They look so similar. We do have a Damascus pivot color, which looks so good. They do this on specific models, and that's just a way to go. I love me the way they do their Damascus pivot colors for sure. Again, the pocket clip is going to be reversible. We do have the standard Kumbu pocket clip in titanium, 3D printed Kumbu pocket clip with the K there. And this one, again, is reversible on the other side. There's the cutout. And I give kudos to Kumbu because they make it so that both their titanium pocket clip and wire clips all mount on the same little two parallel lines, little setup. So that's the way to go. Now, as far as the knife, we have an opening hole here, pill-shaped hole, front flipper, and a back flipper. And it's actually a pretty good substantial knife. We'll do some size comparisons. It's actually a little bit bigger here than the Kunwu Chad. So Yeah, the TAO III has got some, it's got some size to it. Let's see what the blade is all about, shall we? Here we go. I'm gonna go Spidey flick for the win. Bam, right? Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. We have a massive, pretty tall, full flat grind drop point blade. Sign me up. And I want to say this one is in the reverse tux configuration, if I'm not mistaken. All right, somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but we have full DLC on the blade. I'm wiping it out here so you guys can get a really good look at it without all the oils that it comes with and whatnot. So DLC, full DLC on the blade, and guess what, guys? It's going to be Van X steel. The corrosion resistant on this steel is going to be through the roof, and on top of that, the DLC, just that's a match made in heaven right there, if you ask me. I'm going to set it down for a second. You guys can take it in. Holy crap, what a chunk of knife that we have right here. And that's just something that Kumbu does. If you've seen the Gringo is one of my most favorite knives from Kumbu as well. I do own the Pulsar XL, which is just huge, crazy knife for the size. You've probably seen it here on the channel. If not, you can look it up. Pulsar XL Miguel EDC. Check out that upload. But yeah, definitely a large, borderline extra large knife, even though it doesn't have XL in the name. I'm able to get a full purchase here, full 4-finger grip, and there's this flat portion here. You can forward choke if you wanted to as well. Good plunge grind situation. They plunged their own grind right there, so you should be good to sharpen for a long time without developing a smile. And this one's going to be a slicer. We do have a crown tang on the blade, so it's nice and rounded here. It's a nice little attention to detail, and good jimping there as well. Pocket clip feels pretty comfortable. I'm going to go solid, I want to say 9 out of 10. And again, able to get a full purchase. It can definitely accommodate larger hands depending on what grip you go with. You should be pretty good. Yeah, there's some grip to the Orange Peel G10, so that's a nice. I know they do the honeycomb G. Did I say G? Did I say G10? I meant titanium. Come on now, Miguel, get it together. There's no G10 here. What are we talking about? What I meant to say is they also have the honeycomb texture titanium, which also looks really good. So I mean, you got lots to choose from when it comes to Kumbu. Orange Peel titanium, honeycomb or honey pattern. You have the diamond milling as well. That's in so many other models. So definitely have plenty to choose from. We have a frame lock with the stress relief cutout on the outside. Oh yeah, very nice and easy to disengage. Pretty drop shotty action. Obviously, as we break it in, just got to give it a little bit of a shake, and it just drops. Nice. Spidey flick is good. Thumb deployment is good. Front flipper. Hold on. There we go. Front flipper. Very nice and solid. Back flipper. Oh yeah. I mean, I like how they did the back flipper. Very minimal. Does have jimping on it, which is nice. You can get at it. And you can light switch it. And if you push button it, I mean, you might fail it if you really try to fail it. So light switching it is the way to go. So, I mean, at least 4 different deployment options if you're counting. So, very nice and comfortable. Contouring around the hole. So, it's nice and comfortable to deploy. And you don't have necessarily a cutout from the show side because it's already kind of, there's already a curve there. But you do have a nice little chamfer on the inside. So, you can get at it with your thumb here. Push down and disengage to the left nice and easily. That lock up there on that steel insert for steel and steel contact. We're looking at what, maybe 20, 25, 30% or so, right? Between 20 and 30%. Absolutely solid there, right? Obviously, it's going to break in nicely over time. And yeah, this black and gray combo, I mean, this is my kind of sauce all day. I love me some monochromatic knives. And Damascus pivot color just gives it a nice little subtle pop of color, which is pretty solid. Yeah, talk about a chunk of a knife right here. We do have a titanium backspacer with the linear solution back here. Almost forgot to talk about that. I got so carried away. And it's going to be milled on the inside for weight reduction. So you have all the goodies, right? Everything you would expect from a premium knife, and then some. And that's just the Kumbu way. Simple as that. Yeah, this one's looking fire. We're going to go ahead and line them up here at the end. And let's go ahead and check out the last item here. Now, this one is a brand making a debut in the channel, Fidgimoto. And they make EDC kind of fidget toys and fidget tools and things like that. So I think this one, for starters, this first one we're going to be looking at here is kind of like a EDC fidget toy, right? If you're into fidget toys and whatnot, we have a little business card here, and we have a nice little baggie with the Fidgimoto logo on it. And then let's see what this one here is all about. It's called the Fidgimoto Vortex, And it looks like it has like an aluminum construction here, if I'm not mistaken. Future me double check. Looks like aluminum construction all throughout. We do have the Fidgimoto embossed right here at the bottom. We have some nice kind of diagonal milling going on throughout. And then here's the fidgety part, which honestly you don't hear as much, because that's kind of a feature of this particular one, is that it is nice and quiet. It's not very loud, right? They do pride themselves on making a little bit more quieter EDC fidget toys as compared to the typical loud ones that that we see. So very nice and smooth, very tactile turning experience right here. And then we also have a clicking as well. I'm gonna shut up for a second, see if you guys can hear it. So yeah, definitely on the quiet end of things, so you could enjoy the fidget nature of it without having to annoy the people in the next 5 to 6 feet next to you. That's typically an issue with a lot of other fidget toys. Like if we look back at the Aces here and the King, right? These are very, very loud. These are some of the OGs in the channel. And yeah, these are on the loud end of things, and you do enjoy the volume. I personally do. But if you're, you know, in a public setting or even, you know, watching a show, this can drive your spouse insane. I know my wife yells at me. She can't take more than maybe a minute or so of me fidgeting with these, right? So that's kind of the pros and cons of the loud ones versus, you know, the quiet one, which is what this one's going for. Very, very quiet, turn dial there and click action. It is very unique in that sense that it's multifunctional, right? You have the dial functionality, right? You could go left and right, and then you can also do the clicking as well. Now it's very, I want to say, you know, palm size. I have average size hands. It definitely feels pretty good on the hand. And then it's just perfect to grip onto and do the little thumb press. Or you could do the little thumb and index finger turning action while you grip it with the, you know, with the rest of your fingers here like this. So very nice. I haven't EDC'd a fidget toy in quite a bit. And this one actually has some good sauce as far as, you know, how quiet it is, so I don't annoy the people in my vicinity. However, and whenever I do decide to use it, I do like the milling on it. It actually feels nice and grippy, very well done. The actual quality throughout, very elegant. You guys let me know how it comes through on camera on your end. So it's got the blacked out chassis here with a little bit of gray exposed at the top and bottom, as well as in between. And if I were to compare it to maybe a few items here, right here it is next to a titanium ball action pen from Concept EDC. That's the Scavenger. It's going to be a little bit shorter than that, but a little bit wider. Right, something like the Nextool S0. Right, these are tactical scissors. And something like the Nextool F12. Right, just for reference, just for comparison there. Right, it's actually, again, not that big of a size. This is the Ace fidget toy here and the King for reference. So not very big, definitely packable for sure, and a nice little option there, again, if you're into fidget toys and you're trying to go the quiet route. So definitely has that going for it. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments. Let's do a quick recap. So we looked at the Vortex from Fidgimoto, again, making a debut here in the channel. We also looked at the TAO III from Kumbu Knives. Again, that DLC and Van Axe steel looking sweet. What an awesome combo right there. Sign me up. And making a debut in the channel here, we have the Penrose Otarida, or Otarida, right? Whatever you want to call it. That's the model name right there. Code Miguel EDC for 10 to 13% off. Definitely check these out. So you definitely got some premium folders there to choose from, and just something a little bit different to kind of spice things up here with the fidget toy. Let me know your thoughts on these guys. What do you all like about them? What do you love about them? Anything you dislike about them, let me know. These are all linked down below in the description and pinned comments, as well as any discount codes if applicable. And it does help out the channel when you use those links. But that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.